long does it take to build muscle? How long? Muscle. How long does it take to build muscle? We know, this is natural muscle. We know that, there's calories in, calories out. No, it's not. It's hormones. It's all about hormones. Anabolic hormones is what builds muscle. You got your tests. You got your insulin. The higher these are, the more you got to weigh. You're going to have more strength. IGF-1, estrogen. Soy boy Joe Rogan forgets about this one. Do you know this testosterone that Joe Rogan uses comes from soy? Soy boys. All right, so that's what you need. Hormones. It's not about calories and calories. I mean, yeah, of course you got the carbohydrate to lift the weight, to fuel the muscle, glycogen, etc. But end of the day, it's hormones. All right, and if you refer to that Bashin study back in 1996, 96 it was a great year. Natasha was born 98, also a good year. And Bashin did a study, and for 10 weeks, he gave some blokes, some lads, placebo, the P, or he gave them the TE, testosterone and nanthate, for 10 weeks. Various dosages. But he also maxed them out at 600 mg of TE every week. All right? Every week. Test the 600 gram pinned in the glutes. And they gained around 6.1 kilo of muscle with training 3 times a week. And the guys who didn't do any training gained 3.2 kg on average with 0 training. And the guys who did training on the placebo gained 2.0 with training. Natty. All right. So there we go there. And that was with just a standard diet. Not high protein, not just pretty standard diet. So we're talking on the TE with no training, and 3 times a week training on TE, testosterone nanthate, plus training. So there you go. That's the stats right there. So this is 10 weeks. 10 weeks. So the people who increased their hormones gained more muscle than the people training at the gym. All right. So when you subscribe to these channels like Jeff Nippard, Greg Doucette, etc., the fake natties out there who claim they don't use anything, or maybe they just use a little bit, Athletics, etc., and you're wondering why, man, I'm putting in so much work, and people ask me, do you even lift, bruh? They ask me, do you dial? They ask me that, bruh, dial. Do you even lift, bruh? Because you ain't on the Jeff Nippard, the Athlete X supplements. You're not taking advantage of the Bashin. Now, I'm not promoting any exogenous hormones. I'm just saying the truth. All right. So, how long does it take to build muscle? That's what your dosage is. That's what comes down to. It depends what your hormones are. Often people go to the gym, lifting weights, they don't even test what their hormones are. People don't know what their hormone is. If you don't know how to make a hormone, then what are you even doing at the gym, bro? All right, get some game there going on there. So that's the deal, is how long does it take? It depends on your genetics, depends on your hormone levels, depends on your sleep. So let's say, we don't want to go down this exogenous route. Right? Let's forget this. Let's forget this ever existed, that steroids work, and we're going to go back into fake natty unicorn days and think the Gymshark gang and girls are all natty. All right, let's go natty rainbows. All right, we're going to go natty rainbow. Need some more stesnazole. This is what happens when you take too much Anabar. Your wrists get a bit. You can't even. Look at that. We got to do that again. That's horrendous. The Anabar's coming up. So it's a natty rainbow. All right. Let's pretend that you're going to go. You want to do natty rainbow unicorn. All right. The uni. The little horse with the little thing. Got a little flower there for all you kids that want to believe in the natty status. All right, bit of grass, don't smoke it, just eat it. And what you're going to need to focus on, all right, sleep. That's what you need. Sleep's huge, all right. 8 p.m., go to bed at 8 p.m. That's going to help your hormones, get them going, all right. It's going to be a huge thing. Sunshine for your vitamin D. All right, as much as you can handle without getting burnt, all right. So we're going to go for a bit of a glow. Nude sunshine, ideally. Don't get arrested. Do it somewhere private. Maybe 5 minutes each side. You want to get a glow, not a burn. All right. So burn. We don't want sunburn. That's banned. All right. It's bad for your skin. Gives you a leather look when you're in your 40s. All right. So we don't get sunburn. Just get a glow, a bit of colour. Water. We know muscles. How much is muscle is water? Was it 50%, 80%, 90%? It's a lot. So drink enough water for clear urine at least every 2 to 3 hours. Peeing clear. All right, pee clear. Massive one. You got things like carbohydrate, right, sugar, muscle glycogen. If you don't have enough sugar in your diet, you can't produce enough glycogen. And part of the deal is the pump is coming from glycogen and water as well, and electrolytes, but primarily the water and the sugar. Primarily the glycogen. And that when the exogenous steroids, what they do, they help you hold more sugar in your muscles. So everyone's like, sugar's banned, sugar's banned, sugar's banned, but the reality is sugar's so important to get a pump on. You can get your sugar from fruit. I like sugar from fruit, sugar from sugar, just like dextrose, maltodextrin, refined sugar. They're fantastic, make you feel really good. And white rice is fantastic. Potatoes, yams, etc. All these things are really good. And they're all super, super low fat. What else do we need? We need, that's about it. And obviously training. That's important. But that takes time, all right? So time, because otherwise you're going to get an injury if you go too soon. So you want to just build into it, start with push-ups, get your range of motion, get your tendons built up over time. It does take a lot of time. All right? It does take time. So you're going to give yourself at least 3 to 5 years to get your natty peak. All right? And then maybe down the track you might go on to the other things. But otherwise, if you're trying to get the gains in a few months, you're just going to get injured. So I've even found training with exogenous hormones, so you get injured because your muscles become so strong, but your tendons haven't adapted just yet. So this is the natty rainbow unicorn setup. It's going to work as well if you're on exogenous or not. These things really, 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 really help, to avoid that, do even lift bra. But again, for a lot of people, it depends on your genetics as well. You stay in this little circle here. Do you even lift bra? The diobes. All right, you'll be a diob for life. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Become a cyclist or a runner, martial artist, boxer, etc. So these things are really going to help your performance if you're going to train natural. How much muscle can you gain in the year? It depends. Again, it's going to depend on your hormone levels. Depends on your hormone levels a lot. So if you're someone who has naturally high testosterone, naturally high estrogen, IGF-1 and insulin, then you're going to put on more mass a lot easier. That's why people say insulin doesn't affect your muscle growth. It certainly does. That's why every year many bodybuilders die from insulin abuse because they're using exogenous insulin, which is very, very dangerous. Don't recommend it. We'll put a big cross there. Don't be playing with that. Insulin, circulating blood can help with your test, IGF-1, estrogen, etc. Estrogen is very important for muscle building. Very, very important. If your estrogen's low, you feel junk. You feel junk. Okay, so, but again, too much estrogen is it's not as bad as I'd say. It's better to have too much estrogen than not enough, for sure, in terms of building mass. So there you go. That's the deal there. And this one here, calories in, calories out. If you focus on this equals ED or DE, eating disorder or disordered eating. All right. If you're trying to micromanage, you're like, what's my basal metabolic rate, is 1,847 calories, and tada, I've had minus 8, and that's got 1 calorie extra, and I'll do a quad flex, or I'll do a whatever. So that's just stupid. That's going to cause this every single time. I've been a personal trainer for 24 years, and every time someone's focusing on calories and calories out, they're going to go eating disorder or disordered eating. 100%. Actually, not 100%. 1,000%, and there's going to be a real sour face to be around. All right, this is what I recommend. Happy vibes. Best thing we can do to these people is don't be a CCIO. So what I recommend is go with your hunger, your appetite, and just go unlimited carbs. Unlimited carbohydrate. Keep your fat intake less than 20 gram fat per day. And you'll just find that your body, if your body needs more saturated fat, it can make it. The body can make saturated fat, etc. So if you keep under 20 grams a day, you never have to worry about excess fat. You just won't. Now again, people go, their knee-jerk reaction is they go blah 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 blah. They go to here, you know what I mean? So it's just like, to get someone to go from here all the way to here, you know, and to go from this is a CCI face, you know, up here to there. You know what I mean? This is happiness is here. Happiness is carbohydrate. Sand face is this shit, man. Beta. This is beta equals Nippard, you know, etc. Greg Boucher, etc. That's beta. Unlimited carbs isn't alpha. Alpha? Nah, it's not alpha. Unlimited carbs is this. Sigma. That's what we want. Sigma, boys, girls. That's unlimited carbs there. Simple as that. So again, this is the truth about building muscle right here. 99% of people on Instagram with an aesthetic muscle, aesthetic look, men and women, they aren't in the natty rainbow unicorn world. They're over here in exogenous. We'll create a new little X hormones. All right, and hypergamy doesn't care how you build your muscle. It just doesn't. I can't even spell hypergamy. Let's do it again. We've got to keep professional. I'll don't worry. I'll edit this out. I'll do always shiny, fake, pretentious presentations. Hypergamy. Now, if you don't know what hypergamy is, boys and girls, you need to understand what hypergamy is. All right. Before you even step foot in the gym, you need to know what hypergamy is. Hypergamy doesn't care if you use exogenous hormones or not. Hypergamy does not care. Okay. Hypergamy or hypergamy, whatever you want to call it, doesn't care about exogenous hormone usage. But that's what the Instagram 99.999%. Now, I don't know any exceptions to make that 0.001%. I'm just saying that it's a possibility. There is a 0.001%, you know, famous Instagram or YouTube influencer out there who is natty, but I don't know who they are. But the rest of them, 99.99%, are using the exogenous hormones, and you can make that into a sad face and live a lie. Well, no, not live a lie, but lose money. You know, just donate money to all these fake natties. All right. So this beta sad face. This is Miss and Mrs. CCO, and they give money, dollars, hard-earned dollars, to the fake natties, and the fake natties smile and laugh and make fun of the beta face. Okay. So if you're one of those people out there, are you this? Is this who you are? Are you a beta, unhappy-faced CICO person? And you're probably taking SSRIs maybe as well, right? And life's really hard for you. And you're thinking, I want to be a natty inspiration, and I'm going to give dollars to the fake natty crew who are smiling. This is a fake smile, by the way. Super fake smile. Are you going to, what are you going to do? You going to be the beta, or are you going to be the alpha, sigma? Understand the truth, people. All right? Understand the truth. The truth will set you free, but first it's going to piss you off.